trying to always forget to do this. Boop. There we go. A little choppy, but it's all right. It is all right. Okay, so I'm actually going to pause this just for a sec here. Let's see what we got. I added a little background, like kind of a sun background to the, oh yeah, I was working on this warble effect. But let's get rid of that for just a second here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, we'll lose here. We get that twisty little warble there. I'm gonna add the warble effect to the image as well. See if this works. Booyah. Okay, nice. I'm gonna pretty that up as we go, but we got kind of the basic idea rocking there. Okay, so let's try and make that warble happen on the sprite as well as on the audio. Okay, YouTube's going, I think, right? I changed the title. I'm recording. I think we got everything. Stanky in here, yeah, because fucking Boodot showed up. What's up, Boodot? Good to see you, dude. Everybody, happy Monday. Cheers. I love being in this room. You guys have no fucking clue how much I love this fucking little office here. It's like my favorite place in the whole world. Yeah, it wasn't stinking till just now, buddy. Okay, So right, I was making this. I think I made like an is warbling. Yeah, is warbling, and then I had a trigger warble. Oh yeah, so what I'm gonna need is let's have a float. We'll call it warble elapsed, and set these to. So is warbling, I think I got that in there, that's false. And we'll do warble elapsed, we'll start at 0. Also, I've been playing with my formatting a little bit here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of, this is my first C++ project, so I'm figuring out like K&R versus Allman, like bracing style and initializing syntax and this kind of shit. So we're going to substitute open brackets for the squiggly open bracket. So yes. No, yes. No, yes. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. Normal closed bracket to squiggly closed bracket. There we go. Okay. Let's fix this. Oh. I gotta turn this to int. Oops. Okay, and then I like to line all my shit up. What's the furthest one? Looks like this one. This is totally just aesthetic stuff. It doesn't do anything for the actual code. Purely cosmetic. That's one thing though. I actually really like when a code base like just looks aesthetically nice. All right, that looks a little better. Okay, what was I actually trying to do though? How's that keyboard clackiness? Sounded good. Proggy, welcome on in. How you doing? Haven't had a shower yet. Me neither. Big to small or thick to thin? Depends. Hole to hole or pole to pole? All right. That's a problem though. I do a little bit of formatting and then I can't remember what I was actually trying to do. Okay, so warble elapsed. So what we're gonna do in our update. Oops. Update sprite. I don't have just a regular update function, hey, for this one. Update rect, fade and sprite, update sprite. I guess we could do it in update sprite. That would make the most sense. So what we'll do, warble elapsed. I want to be able to set it for a certain duration. So we'll do warble duration, I guess. And then in our trigger warble, oh, is warbling is true. Hold on a sec. What's the best way to do this? I don't think we'll do that. What we'll do is this. We'll do warble duration equals duration. And then I won't even need this Boolean, I don't think. And then what we'll do is we'll just say in our update, what was it? Update sprite. We'll go warble elapsed plus equals DT. And we'll set, whoopsies. Warble elapsed, warble duration, also set to 0. Okay, so warble elapsed, Oh yeah, so then when we trigger it, whoops. We're also going to want to set, what am I doing here? Warble elapsed to 0. And then we only want to activate the shader. Whoops. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll have end shader mode there all the time. That should be fine, I think. And we'll just say if warble elapsed is less than warble duration. Oops. Then we'll begin shader mode. And shader will be warble. Okay, and then in it'll be in battle. So if mod timer less than modulation time, we modulate the pitch. Hold up a sec. This might not work because the way I wrote this trigger warble. That's just to trigger it. But this won't be a one-shot thing. So maybe we should have an update warble. You know what? This might even be easier. This might actually be easier. I'm going to bring that Boolean back. So I'm going to put that is warbling back in there. Is warbling. We will set that to fall. Oops. Fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Maybe someday I'll learn how to type. My God. Okay. Is warbling. Set that to false. And what we'll do is instead of having trigger warble, let's have it called set warble, and then we'll go pass a value in there. And then we'll go make that function. So we'll go, Jesus. Oh my God, there we go. Void middle battle rect. Set warble. Gonna take a Boolean. And we'll just say is warbling equals val. And then in our draw, instead of checking the time, we'll just say if is warbling. We'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll just, in our battle, since we're already timing the modulation and everything in here, what we'll do is we'll just say middle rect. Okay, no middle rect. Ah, fuck. Because that's in battle box, right? Shit. Okay, so we'll have to go to battle box and expose a function here. Just do the exact same thing, I guess. So I'll go bool set warble, or void rather. It'll take a bool. Set warble, take a value, and then what we'll do is we'll just say middle rect dot set warble. Set it to the same value. Okay, and then in battle, we will go to, where is that? Modulate pitch. So then we'll go battle box, set warble to true, and then we'll go otherwise battle box, set warble to false. All right, let's see if this works. So what it should do, we did change header files, so we'll have to do a full rebuild. What it should do is warble make the sprite a little bit distorted when the audio gets distorted. Chronic TV, welcome in. How we doing? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, I was actually thinking about that just yesterday, Boodot. No, I stopped the one-shot partnership a little while back. I actually have to take that out of my Twitter bio. It's just because I wasn't selling it at all. I wasn't pushing it. I just felt like I felt bad that I wasn't doing anything. I still love those guys and I love the one-shot stuff, but I just like, I don't know. I wasn't doing anything to push the sales, so I messaged Graves and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. That was like a year ago, probably almost now. Nah, maybe not quite that much. I always thought like I wanted to be sponsored and have all this like cool, like, yeah, I'm like a one-shot guy. I'm like an Ernie Ball guy and da-da-da-da. And it is kind of cool. Like I really like working with Deering. But yeah, it's like I just wasn't, I don't know, pushing it enough. I'm not a good salesman. Yeah, Deering's great. Like I have a really good relationship with Jamie, who's kind of like my artist rep there. He's awesome. We've done some fun stuff with them. Excuse me. Yeah, it turns out that stuff, I just wasn't, I don't know, wasn't selling it. It's weird, man. I've been thinking so much about this lately, just because like, with like kind of, thank you, Nikki, thank you. With like closing the Discord down and stuff like that. It's like when you start streaming, you sort of like, or at least for me, it was kind of like you sort of just do what everybody else is doing, like when in Rome or whatever. Sorry for schniffling. And you kind of just learn about yourself, like what shit you like and what shit you don't like. And the thing with like streaming and doing like, I started doing a lot of social media stuff when I first started streaming, just because I wanted more people to come to the stream, basically. And it was one of those things where, oh shit, Hameta coming in with the raid. What's up, Hameta? How are you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. But yeah, the thing is, like, when you're streaming and doing, I was like, oh, I'll try like being like banjo influencer guy or whatever. And it just like, you try on all these different hats and you figure out which ones you like and which ones you don't. And one thing I didn't really like is like, I don't want me to be the product. I want to like make stuff, whether it's music or games or whatever. And like, I want people to enjoy that way more than I want people to like enjoy me. Does that make sense? So, but it's just one of those things you learn as you go, right? You don't know at the start. You kind of just do what everybody else is doing and see what's up. Raiders, welcome in. How are we doing? My name is Colton. I play banjo in a band called The Dead South, and I make games. We did a little banjo practice earlier. Now we're on to some programming. Hameta, how are you doing? It's good to see you. How was your stream? Were you working on the video game soundtrack? Especially since I'm insufferable. Exactly. Exactly. Trust me, no one's more sick of me than me. Let me tell you. No one is more sick of me than me. And that's the thing. I'm like, I'm not a very, I think I'm better at making stuff than I am at being a Mr. Influencer guy kind of thing, you know? Welcome back, Hameta. Welcome on back. Hell yeah. How was the stream? Were you working on the video game stuff today? It's good to see you. Hope everyone's doing well. Guys, if you want to get my game, I have one game released on Steam. Let's do a shameless plug here for the Raiders. I got to get Steam rocking again. Give me a second here. You can get it on Steam. We just hit 10 reviews, so I got that positive rating on Steam, which feels nice. It's my first game released on Steam. Nothing shameless about a plug. Hell yeah. This is my game, Spaceman. It's a little, it's very short, one level in a boss fight.
This fast.
Spaceman, now available on Steam. Do you have what it takes?
That's our little retro, me and a buddy of mine made. A little retro ad. Man, making stuff is so fucking weird because The amount of time I spent working on this game and just like agonizing over all the little details. And then you release it and then you just move on. It's just like with albums too. It's like spend all this time writing and recording and doing all this shit. Then you release it and you just fucking move on. You almost don't even remember. But if you guys are into NES style Gradius likes, Super R-Type likes, you can get Spaceman on Steam. It's $2. $2 American.
How fast do you have to be to play the new?
Yeah, it's funny. Like just watching the trailer, I'm just like, man, I remember like just hours and hours and hours I spent in this room on tour. And now I just don't even think about it. It's just on Steam and away you go. Away you go. But yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the raid, Hameta. I appreciate it. I'll show you guys what I'm working on right now. We were just about to test out this little warble effect here. We'll see if it worked. Oh, it's going to be a rhythm game. So this is like what the encounters are going to be like. So each enemy will have like a melody you have to play. Okay, so it is triggering the warble, but it's not untriggering it. Amount of swearing and size of release. Yeah, dude, where you're just like, fuck, why the fuck is this fucking shit working? Fuck. Yeah, the warbly sound is great. It turned out really good. I think I might warble it even a little bit more. Is that modulate pitch? That's the one I want. Mod amount is 0.1. Let's crank that up to, let's go to 0.2. Dinner's getting cold. Hell yeah, Elanuka. Have a good one. Okay, it is getting set back. But then it, on that very last one, it seems to, let's print, let's just print that warble and see. Are we middle battle rect here? Update rect. Is that being called? We'll go update sprite. So is warbling. We'll see. It seems just like at the very end, and the effect has to be, whoops, the effect has to be adjusted. I'm not happy with it yet, but is warbling. Wait, I got some other shit going on here. Bottom battle rect. Okay, so okay, that is getting set properly. Okay, so we got to make sure it gets reset there. I think I know what's going on. I think when we go from our battle state to our ending state, let's see here. Yeah, if timer is greater than max beats, that's when we go. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just we'll go battlebox.set warble false. That should fix that. Okay, so now the effect itself. I'm using a shader here, and I'm just like, I'm terrible with shaders. They confuse the shit out of me here, so I'm gonna blind everybody here. Everyone's gonna get mad. The fuck are you doing? Oh, whoops. Wrong command. Ba-doo, deep. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't light mode beautiful? Okay, so what am I trying to do? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the actual effect itself. So let's go to shaders. Warble. With this bright ass light shining in my face, it's actually nicer. Nicer on stream. All right. So I have no clue what any of this shit does. I just found it on Shader Toy. So we're going to try and adjust this a little bit and see what we do. So UV is frag text chord. I think this is what Raylib passes in automatically. This is like your texture coordinates. U strength is 0.01. It would be nice for it not to be so like intense right off the bat. And I want it to kind of like warble a little bit more. So I think we could probably turn this U strength down. We'll go to 0.05. And then the speed. Let's crank the speed up a little bit. Are we even using U speed right now? Yes, we are. Let's just see what that does first. Okay, that's pretty good. I just want it to go way faster, so I'm thinking this U speed is gonna be like, let's go 1.5 for each of these here. The fuck? There we go. Okay, it can be way faster still. I mean, I don't know if these are normalized values. Like, I don't know if cranking it up much past 1 is going to do anything. Let's go 5. Let's just see. That is much more what I'm going for, but even faster. Let's go 20. Yeah, that's the right idea. Okay, I want the warble amount to still be smaller. This seems so crazy having this tiny of a number. The reason I want it smaller is because the actual image itself, you can kind of see, but where are we here? Where's the crab? Here it is. So it's not like this is the image. So when it warbles it around, you can see like the edges of the next like frame. It's just one long sprite sheet of all the frames. So I'd like to make the warble amount small enough that you don't notice that, but it just sort of distorts the thing a little bit. So let's try this now. Poke it till it explodes. Exactly. That's what she said. Boink. Okay. That looks pretty good. This we can still crank up though. I think like let's go 50. Okay. Split the difference. Maybe let's go 30. Oops. And then maybe we go 0.002 here. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know if I like that warble amount. Modulate pitch. The frequency is good. The mod amount. We went from 0.1 to 0.2. Let's try 0.15. Get less jiggy with it. Jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. I think that's pretty good. Cool. Okay, that's all got to get cleaned up a little bit faster. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Hell yeah. What time is it? 1:30? Got another half hour or so before I got to bounce. Hell yeah, everybody. Get less jiggy with it. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I think that's pretty good. We'll just go warble effect on sprite. Okay, good. What's next on the list here? Shader effect to go with warble. We just did that one. Green pips move to extra pelts like the red pips do. Okay, we could work on that. Eventually I'm gonna have to do this thing here. Turn this into two different classes. Because right now the loot box, which is the class that kind of handles all the, excuse me, all the dialogue and shit at the end of the battle, is getting a little bit unruly. And there's two totally different branches based on win or loss. So I think it'll sound better. Or it'll be easier if I switch that into their own classes. But let's try and get these green pips moving. So, so I think did I have a trigger movement? Yes. HP rect. Right, so I just start the lerps. The scale lerp, right? Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. Where do we actually call this? We call this here in rect.trigger movement. Just want to find the chain here. So we just do it in bottom battle rect, eh? Okay. Update HP rect movement. Oh, okay. So that's what I gotta look for. Okay, battle box. That's what I want to see. 125. Flute box is finished. Okay, so let's win one here. I just want to see. Passing on the yawn. Isn't that weird? How yawns are contagious. Oh. Oops, I gotta win with some extra pelts if I'm gonna figure out how this works. Okay, so same sort of thing and blank more, and then we'll move those, and then we'll go boop, boop. So, okay, so let's go back to... Rect finish this frame. Right, okay, so let's go to our loot box. I'm passing everything I got. You're all gonna get. You're all gonna be very itchy. Very itchy in the near future. Might need some balms and creams. Okay, so just gotta think through the logic flow here. So we update the loot box, we wait till it's finished. This is really just like string manipulation. So, whoops. Okay, so make char riders win. Okay, I do store the extra pelts. Okay, we'll start this at 0. And then we'll make a function. Increase damage. Let's make one called increase pelts. Oops. And what we'll do is we're going to we'll do const int just trying to think of this here. So if, yeah, okay, so we'll go, it's not actually not going to be, it's going to be a string. And we'll set it to, we'll do toString extra pelts. Or wait, no. The hell am I trying to do here? Because we want it to start at 0 and then just increase by 1. So we want to edit the text. Let's try this. Char riders. it'll be char writer 1, edit text. And that's going to be... So the enemy dropped blank. So that'll be number... Hold on a second. I'm having a hard time. Welcome back, Proggy. Oh yeah, the Discord one. Here, I can deactivate that one right now. Okay, so we're making a colored char writer. So in that colored char writer, we're going to need to manipulate this one. So that's going to be number 1. Writer index, yes. Okay, so this will be 1. And then the new text is going to be... so we're gonna have to get the old text. Let me think about this here. We're gonna need to go. Make char writers lose, make char writers win. This one here. Okay, so we're gonna need a variable for this one. What did I make pelt message? Okay, so we hold on to the actual number of extra pelts. I'm gonna have to make another. This is getting a little too convoluted. This is why I need 2 different. I need 1 for win and 1 for lose here, but I'll have to do that refactor later. Okay, so we have extra pelts, which is an int. Let's make another one. We'll just call it extra pelts string. And we're gonna go extra pelts string will become just 0 like that. Okay, and then man, I don't know why this is breaking my brain as much as it is right now. It's because I got all these nested things writing all these different strings. Okay, so make pelt message. So if extra pelts is 0, we don't got to worry about it at all. If it is, we want it to start with 0. And then we want to increase that. So we'll do, I don't even think we need format there. It'll just be return, just 0. And then the color is going to be green. I think that's all we need. And then we're going to adjust and make pelt message. So what the fuck is this doing now? Oh, that's this one. What the hell? Man, I have some days where I just like, I can't, the simplest things would just like this shouldn't be difficult, but I'm having a hard time wrapping. The thing is, because like it starts with, okay, so it's gonna make char writers win. The blank dropped, so number of pelts, that's fine. We don't need to adjust anything there because we do the base pelts. And then we make the pelt message, which is this function here. But right now, this is just going to be 0 because we're going to increase. So, okay, so extra pelt string. Increase pelts. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll go string. New pelts. And that's going to be, so we're going to have to take our extra pelt string. We're going to have to turn it into an int. So that's going to be this function here. Whoops. Jesus Christ. Okay, and then we're going to add 1. And then we got to turn all that back into a string. Okay, and then it'll just be new pelts, I think. Okay, and then I gotta add this. Where's lootbox.h? Okay, I'm still getting an error somewhere here. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Actual dinosaurs, let's go, dude. I haven't watched a Jurassic Park movie in so long. Okay, so we edit that text. Okay, so now let's go to our battle. Was it battle box that's doing this? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to update HP rect movement. I'll take a look at this one now. I'm curious why this doesn't fire automatically. Wait, I gotta do this. Dude, John Hammond's Abertip walking cane, that's sick. I watched, whenever you see it on, it's one of those ones you finish. Hey, yeah, dude, it is so good. A movie like that for me is School of Rock. I could watch that movie over and over and over again. I love that movie. Anytime it's on, if I'm in a hotel room or something and that movie's on, watching it all the way to the end, baby. Okay, so we went, I'm surprised. I don't know why the movement isn't being triggered on that one already. Like, where's the branching? So we update the loot box, set HP rect's damage, update HP rect movement. So why? Damage rects. This would be why. So what we need to do is we need to, Yeah, you know what? I think it might be best actually to just split this into 2 different classes. Because otherwise the logic is just going to get fucking silly. And then what we can do is in battle box, or yeah, so here when we actually create the loot box, we can decide whether it's going to be a win one or a lose one. Yeah, I think that might be best rather than trying to kind of make this crazy branching. So let's make a new, we'll make a new class. For now, let's call it loot box base. I'll change this after. Okay, so class loot box base. So then the other ones are going to, we'll have a loot box win and a loot box lose, and they'll both inherit from this class. Okay, so it's going to be a virtual class, so that means it needs a virtual destructor, right? So it would be do I go virtual here? Loot box base equals default, I think. And then we'll have virtual update or virtual void update. Do we need music time? Nope, just DT. Virtual void draw, which will be const. Oh, and then we're gonna have to go equals 0. Because this will just be a whole virtual class. Okay. Yeah, is finished. We'll want that. Virtual bool is finished. Also be const. Oops. Add pelt, white flash started, increase damage, increase pelts. Those will all be different based on the other classes. Now, what are we gonna want to be? Oh, this is all gonna have to be public. Okay, and then we'll have a bunch of shit that's protected. And that's going to be most of this kind of stuff. So we will need position text delay. What does this do? Oh, right. That's just a... Right, that's fine. What is that, a float? Yes, we are going to want... We'll want a vector 2. Position, we'll want... text delay, state, I think we will want, right? So float, text delay, excuse me. Pelts revealed, we don't need that. Win, finished. Finished is a good one to have. Enemy type, yeah, we'll want that. and state, but they're going to have different states. This might not be the, whoops, might not be the right way to do this. Some of this, like when it comes to like polymorphism and stuff, I'm a little bit, still don't really know exactly what to do. I always have to like Google it. Okay, we're gonna need char riders. Pelts we'll only need if it's a win one, so we won't need that. Extra pelt string. Final expositions, what's this for? That's for the pelts, so that'll only be for the win one. Attack texture just for the lose one. Pelt sound played. Attack effect and damage just for the lose ones. Okay, so I think calculate final X's, that'll just be in the win one. Should draw attack will just be in the lose one. Okay, so I think for a base class, that pretty much does it. Knights of Knee driving home, hell yeah. Never been to a drive-in. I don't think I have either, actually. How are we all doing? Doing good, doing good. How are you doing? Bring your own pre-popped corn and drinks, hell yeah. Yeah, you didn't even think of that. That's like the easiest way to sneak shit into the movies, eh? What are they gonna do, search your car? Been better? Shit. Well, I hope whatever it is gets better. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it. And then you just, it like the audio plays over a radio station, right? Excuse me. Yeah, you'd have to have a nice clean windscreen too. I didn't even think of that. And the makeout sessions commence. Hell yeah. Or so I've heard. Yeah, what's that? What's that word mean? Makeout? Never heard of it. Pickup truck with a mattress in the back. Hell yeah. Party time. Okay, so let's do this then. We're gonna make loot box win .h, and we're gonna have to, we'll do pragma once, and we'll go include, we're gonna need loot box base .h, then we're gonna have class loot box win, and that's going to use the public interface of loot box base. All right, so we're gonna have our constructor, and where's our current constructor? Here we go. Okay, so X, Y, HP, extra pelts. Is extra pelts based on HP? Might be able to remove a thing there. Text width. Why do I need to pass text width in? Sometimes you read your fucking shit back and you're just like, what the hell am I doing here? Why did we need text width? Determine font size. Write or get text with why the hell did I do it this way? Oh, I see. Text width is the width of the box that it's gonna go in. Okay, but that's gonna be a constant, so I might not even have to pass that anymore. I feel like I'll be able to get rid of that. Whoops. We will want the enemy. Do we have a singleton kind of thing going for resources now? So let's get rid of that as well. Okay, so that's going to be our constructor. And then it's going to be, so when you override, it'll be loot box win How does this work? I need to look at some of my other... Need to look at some of my other classes here. What's another one that does polymorphism? I know I have one more class, I think, in here. Is it accoutrement? I think it might be accoutrement. Like maggot accoutrement, for example. Okay, I don't define the destructor in here. Hopefully I did this properly. Okay, that's what it looks like. So I'll leave that. Okay, and then... So for loot box base, we're gonna want... We gotta override these feckers. So we're gonna go, is it void update DT override? Yeah. And then void draw const override. And then bool is finished const override. Okay, and then it will have access to all of that protected shit. And then what we can do is we'll make private just the stuff that's needed for the win one. I think that's how it works here, right? Yeah. Fucking Christ. Trying to do here, loot box base. There we go. Okay. Mr. Cage, how are you doing? When you read your own code back, dude, I know all the time. I'm just like, why the fuck? What was I thinking? I've never like worked on a team, but I have a buddy who's a programmer for his job, and he says all the time he'll be like reading code and he's just like, fuck, this is terrible. Who wrote this? And he'll check like the git commit. And he's like, oh, fuck, it was me. It was me like a year ago. Work is done. Run some errands. Hell yeah, get out of here. I got to leave too. I got my appointment in like 20 minutes. Is it 420 today? I didn't even fucking realize that. That's why everyone's talking about 420. Oh my Lord. Well, I know what I'm doing this afternoon. This afternoon's going to be a fucking write-off. When you read an old poem and cringe so hard. See, the best way to avoid that is just don't write poems. Because it's obvious madness, dude, I know. That's one thing about like programming on stream. I'm always so self-conscious because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just figuring it out. But then it always makes me feel better when people are like, yeah, don't worry. Everyone writes stupid ass code. Hell yeah, everybody. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. We'll get the hell out of here. We'll be back tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. Yeah. And then you finish refactoring it. You're like, oh, that's why I did that. Fuck, I gotta do it. I gotta set it all back. Thank you for the company, everybody. Anti-Ladane, Southpaw, Nikki, Priscilla, Cage, Freezing, Lori, Kestelos. I'm sure there are many more, but thank you, everybody. Knights of Knee, Proggy. Yep, and Runaway. And then the chat shits in it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna keep working on the game. This is a good little refactor that I've had to do for a while. Redomancy, second time here. You really like my background. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can give you the... There you go. There's the phone view. But Redomancy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're going to find somebody to raid out to here. Who do we got online? Find some either developers or music peeps. Let's raid Olex. I like this guy. He's super chill. He's working on a game in C++ as well with no engine. I know it is. I know it's just I'm so fucking tired by the end of the day. I'm just like, okay, we're gonna raid Olex the dev. Let's get this one started here. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your Monday. What else can I tell you? Yeah, tomorrow evening. Don't get tired, get second wind. I know. I'm lame, dude. Once I smoke that first bowl, I'm just like I can't talk anymore. I can't talk to anybody. Like I can't keep a conversation going. All right, we're gonna raid Olex. This guy's a programming wizard. We will be back tomorrow evening, and then Wednesday back at the normal time, noon Saskatchewan time. Little banjo practice, and then some more game dev. We're gonna be working hard on this game for the next little bit. The same way, dude. Yeah, it's bad, but I do want to get on and shoot some zombies one of these nights. Yeah, you do. That'd be awesome. Okay, we're gonna go see Olex. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.